Exclusive contracted novel by Feilu Fiction Network. Martial Arts. Overwhelming Intelligence, Centenary of Immortal Cultivation exposed comprehensive martial arts world. The major imperial dynasties are located in Kyushu, and many small countries are scattered across the 4 seas and 8 wastelands. In the martial arts world, there is a fierce competition among various schools of thought, including Confucianism, Taoism, Buddhism, and demons. Martial arts experts push one side horizontally and use fists to control mountains and rivers. Li Taixuan, who had just been abandoned during his time traveling, awakened his supernatural intelligence and was adopted by the leader of the Xiaoyao Sect, Xiaoyaozi. From then on, the unknown Xiaoyao Sect in the martial arts world added a true cultivator. He refined qi at the age of 3, built a foundation at the age of 8, and completed alchemy at the age of 16. He devoted himself to becoming an immortal and cultivating himself, until the year he was 100 years old, when Mo Yuan rode a 1,000,000 iron horse on the Tianshan Mountain, and he waved his sleeve to destroy it. Heaven and earth shake together, the golden list is now in the world, and the Immortal Tai Xuan ranks first, shocking the world. Xiaoyaozi. I thought I was cultivating immortality, but I didn't expect Xuan'er to be a true immortal. Emperor Wu. Compared to the Immortal Tai Xuan, I am like the radiance of a grain of rice. Master. So, Haotian is also under him. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Misty Peak. Lingjiu Palace. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The Song. Linen City. Ask the Immortal Tower. Wang Chongyang, Hong Qi, and Chu Liuxiang are drinking. I only heard Hong Qipin take a sip of drunken immortal wine, leaving a lingering fragrance in his mouth. With a smile on his face, he smashed his mouth and said with nostalgia, "Ha, what a mouthful of drunken immortal wine. It's really beautiful. Xiangshui, you are truly a master of the art of wine." In the drunken immortal tower, there is still a jar of century-old drunken immortal wine hidden. Unfortunately, this drunken immortal wine is too little, it's not enjoyable to drink. Chu Liuxiang pinched her wine glass and smiled, 100 years of drunken immortal wine is already rare. 7 brothers. If you want to drink this century-old drunken immortal wine again, you'll have to wait 20 years later. Hong Qi smiled and said, 20 years from now. That's a deal. At this moment, Hong Qi changed his tone and said to Wang Chongyang beside him, "Brother Chongyang, what are you worried about? Why do you look gloomy and unhappy? Does this century-old drunken immortal wine not suit your taste?" Wang Chongyang said slowly, "Although drunken immortal wine is good, it is not truly immortal wine." Hong Qi raised his eyebrows. "Brother Chongyang, have you ever tasted real immortal wine?" Wang Chongyang said, 3 years ago, I was given wine by a senior named Xiaoyaozi. I only took 1 sip and gained 20 years of internal strength. And, I got drunk right away." Hong Qi was momentarily stunned upon hearing this. A sip of wine can increase one's internal strength for 20 years. Good guy. Is that carefree child a fairy? Wang Chongyang shook his head and a sense of longing appeared on his face. Even if they are not immortals, they are not far away from each other. Chu Liuxiang's eyes flashed with a divine light. "Brother Chongyang, do you know which sect and school that Xiaoyaozi comes from?" Wang Chongyang shook his head. "I met that senior Xiaoyaozi by chance and I don't know what his roots are like. But that day, I remember, he once held a baby boy in his arms. The baby boy's crying was loud and clear, probably just recently born. The most crucial thing is that the wine I drank was also given to the baby boy by senior Xiaoyaozi. Guess what?" Hong Qi and Chu Liuxiang were both aroused with interest. "How about it?" Wang Chongyang said slowly, the baby boy drank it and burst out laughing without any signs of falling asleep. It's really strange, strange. That Senior Xiaoyaozi can be called a person from the immortal realm, and the children he brought out are also unimaginable. Hong Qidao said, strange people and disciples from outside the world complement each other. Chu Liuxiang said on the side, there are not many people in today's world who can be called immortal beings. The carefree son mentioned by Brother Chongyang doesn't seem to have much reputation in the martial arts world. It's quite mysterious. Wang Chongyang nodded slightly and looked out the window. Yeah. This Senior Xiaoyaozi is indeed mysterious. I just don't know if there's still a chance to meet Senior Xiaoyaozi again in this life. Tianshan. Vague and boundless, shrouded in clouds. The ethereal peak. By Sanxi Pool. This is the confluence of the three streams, and behind it lies a cliff. Under the cliff. On the large stones by the pond. A 3-year-old child dressed in a moonlight white robe is sitting there practicing. At this point, he suddenly opened his eyes. A hint of doubt flashed on his face. Strange. According to the wordless Taoist scripture, the chaotic energy is the most difficult to feel breath in heaven and earth. Why can I sense it now? Is it that my physique far surpasses that of an ordinary person? According to common sense, practice emphasizes gradual progress. I should first feel the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, cultivate it, strengthen myself, refine qi and transform essence. Feel the Hongmeng qi again, cultivate the Hongmeng qi. Finally, feel the chaotic energy and cultivate the Hongmeng energy. But now, I can already cultivate chaos qi. It's indeed a bit strange. However, during these days, my cultivation progress has indeed greatly improved. Listening to the wordless Taoist scriptures in the Xian Pavilion, covering a wide range of topics, is significantly higher than other Taoist classics by many levels. I don't know where my master got it from, he's an old man. I have been in this world for 3 years now. This world is not an ordinary martial arts world. From the collections in Tingxian Pavilion, it seems that this is a world of comprehensive martial arts. In this world, there are no immortals, only demons and the human race. The strong human race who have reached the extreme of martial arts can break mountains and rivers, push 3,000 miles horizontally with one palm, and even have martial arts supernatural powers by their side, with various miraculous effects. Moreover, in this world, major dynasties stand in power, such as the Great Sui, Great Tang, Great Song, Great Qin, Great Ming, Liang, Bailey, and many other small countries. In the martial arts world, various major sects also stand in all directions, with many martial arts experts emerging. My master is the founder of the Xiaoyao Sect, Xiaoyaozi. I am now the master's closed-door disciple. Above me, there is also senior sister Wu Xingyun, second senior brother Wu Yazi, and third senior sister Li Qiushui. Now, master has gone out again, leaving only senior sister, second senior brother, and third senior sister in the mountains. If I break through now, I shouldn't have caught their attention, right? The next moment. The 3-year-old child closed his eyes again. I saw him muttering to himself in his mouth. Not long. Spiritual energy from heaven and earth converged wildly towards his body. The clouds and mist in the sky also swept up in this instant. For a while. Above the Tianshan Mountains, within the tens of miles of sky, there are surging winds and clouds. The ethereal peak. Lingjiu Palace. At this point, a handsome man dressed in white, around the age of 20.7 or 8, was chatting with someone dressed in white, with beautiful eyebrows and eyes, a gentle and graceful voice, and a slender and graceful figure. Like a gentle breeze swaying her train, a young woman fluttering like a fairy sat under a pavilion, her eyebrows and eyes conveying emotions, cuddling with each other. At this point, the handsome man looked at the young woman, grabbed her hand, and whispered, "Junior sister. You're so beautiful. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data, uploading new books, seeking support. Chapter 2. Heavenly Body and Soul. Chaos Beiming Method. Qiankun. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The young woman lowered her head, with a hint of shyness and a hint of blush on her face. Senior brother. At the beginning of their relationship. Suddenly. In the sky, the wind rises and the clouds surge. A powerful aura surged towards the sky. In an instant. Startled the two of them. The two of them looked up directly. What's going on here? How could such a strong aura suddenly appear? It has stirred up the momentum of heaven and earth. Master is not in the mountains. Who else has such skills besides you, senior brother? Qiushu lifted his head and looked at the sky, with a hint of doubt on his face. Wuxia said on the side, is it senior sister? Qiushu raised his eyebrows. Senior sister. How could it be possible? Although the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies only self-respect skill practiced by senior sister is powerful, she hasn't reached that level yet, has she? Want to trigger a change in the celestial phenomena? At the very least, one must have a cultivation level in the realm of celestial phenomena. Isn't senior sister referring to the Xianjing realm? Wuxia said, if it's not senior sister, then who would it be? Those outer disciples in the mountains don't have such skills. At this point, Qiushu suddenly seemed to have something on his mind. She suddenly let out a low cry. Perhaps. It's him. Wuxia said, who is it? Qiushu. It's junior brother. Wuxia immediately spoke up and let out a cry of surprise. Junior brother. How could it be possible? How old is junior brother? He's only 3 years old, how could he possibly trigger such a celestial phenomenon? Qiushu said, senior brother, don't forget that before leaving the mountain, Master once said, junior brother, you are the soul of heaven and human body. In just 100 days, he can indulge in a pot of heavenly immortal wine. Moreover, there's nothing wrong with it. He is self-taught and has an amazing talent. In a month, he was already able to speak. By 3 months, I was already able to read. For over 2 years, he has been listening to the Xuan'er pavilion read through the Taoist scriptures in the pavilion. Don't cry or make a fuss, completely different from a 3-year-old child. He made such a big noise, there shouldn't be any problem. At this moment, there was also a hint of shock on Wuxia's face. He lifted his head and looked towards the direction of the gathering. The source of that gathering seems to really come from the Tongtian pavilion. Let's go. Junior sister. Let's go take a look. By the bank of Sanxi Pool. In the sky, the wind rises and the clouds surge. Infinite spiritual energy is constantly surging towards the 3-year-old child. A resolute expression appeared on the face of a 3-year-old child. A 3-year-old child is called Li Taixuan. He didn't originally belong to this world. 3 years ago, he remembered clearly that he was still on a date with his new girlfriend. As a result, after a night of high pie. The next morning, I opened my eyes. He became a newborn baby boy. Later on, he only found out. He has traveled through time. It was also at the time of his birth that he was tragically abandoned. I happened to meet my master Xiaoyaozi, who was out on business. Xiaoyaozi saved him and took him back to the Lingjiu palace on the ethereal mountain of Tianshan. He accepted him as a closed-door disciple and named him Li Taixuan. Master Xiaoyaozi brought him back to the Lingjiu palace. He was handed over to the senior sister Wu Xingyun for custody. Master Xiaoyaozi stayed in the mountains for less than half a year before going out again. For over 2 years, there has been no trace of him. Li Taixuan's physique is astonishing, it is a natural physique. And As soon as he was born, he awakened his supernatural intelligence. You can understand the changes in heaven and earth from nature. You can comprehend and create more powerful and extraordinary techniques from the Taoist techniques. No matter what kind of martial arts techniques he has, he can master them at a glance and practice them without any bottlenecks. I had long realized that Li Taixuan was an extraordinary carefree child. When Li Taixuan was only 3 months old, he was allowed to enter the Tingxian Pavilion of the Lingjiu Palace to study. In the Xian Pavilion, there are many martial arts classics and Taoist classics accumulated by Xiaoyaozi after years of hard work. Over the past 2 years, Li Taixuan has been reading and listening to the classics in the Xian Pavilion. Until 3 days ago. If he feels something in his heart, step out of Tingxian Pavilion. Arrived at the bank of Sanchi Pool and sat down. Understand the aura of heaven and earth, and absorb the essence of the sun and the moon. Just now, he finally made a breakthrough. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have read through the wordless Taoist scriptures, comprehended the chaotic spiritual energy, and understood the true meaning of creating something out of nothing. From then on, the sea of energy is majestic and continuous. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have read through the northern underworld divine arts, fully understood the creation of yin and yang, and all things are mixed and integrated, seamlessly integrated, and the infinite is chaos. You have created the chaos northern underworld method. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have absorbed the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, understood the changes in the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, and understood the true essence of the universe. You have created the Qiankun Lingyin Gong. At this point, creating something out of nothing, if there is nothing, then there is. If there is, then there is none. There is a bridge of communication between heaven, earth, and self. Use the spiritual energy of heaven and earth to nourish oneself. Wonderful. 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 The world is vast, I am the greatest. I, Li Taixuan, possess a flawless physique that is both heavenly and human. In this lifetime, I will ask the immortal way and enjoy eternal life, immortal and carefree. At this moment, I saw a gathering of wind and clouds in the sky that day. Endless spiritual energy still surged towards Li Taixuan's body. Li Taixuan's realm and cultivation are also constantly growing stronger. The day after tomorrow, return to nature. Ji Xian. Astronomy. The great astronomy. The limits of heaven and humanity. At this moment, Li Taixuan's body was filled with a rich and incomparable spiritual energy. In the pool water, fish are churning up. Jump out of the water. Breathing heavily in that thick spiritual energy. At this point, I saw that the mountain was not far away. A figure drifted towards me. Falling on a large stone not far away. Junior brother. That is a woman with a beautiful figure, probably in her early 30s. Although her appearance may not be national, it is still quite attractive. At this moment, she looked at Li Taixuan, who was surrounded by thick spiritual energy, with a surprised expression on her face. There was a hint of shock in my eyes. Junior brother's heavenly body and soul are undergoing changes. His breath. P.S. 4 flowers, for evaluation tickets, for all data. New book upload for support. Chapter 3. The Ultimate Martial Art. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The day after tomorrow, innate. Ji Xian. Astronomy. The great astronomy. The limits of heaven and humanity. He surprisingly surpassed the limits of heaven and humanity in one fell swoop. This. How could it be? A 3-year-old child. Surprisingly crossing 6 realms. What the hell is going on here? Even if it's just a heavenly and human body, it's still a bit too demonic, junior brother. At this point, Not far away. Two figures also flew from afar. The visitor is not an outsider. It is Wu Yazi and Li Qiushui. At this moment, Wu Yazi and Li Qiushui looked at the young junior brother Li Taixuan, who had an incredibly strong aura all over his body. His eyes were filled with awe. It's really him. Li Qiushui exclaimed with a surprised expression on his face. Wu Yazi said, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. In the world, there is someone who, at this age, reaches the limit of heaven and humanity. The limit of heaven and humanity, one more step away, will be the land gods. If it weren't for what I saw with my own eyes, how could I believe there were such a demon-like figure in the world? Terrifying. This is too scary. Li Qiushui took a deep breath. Yeah. Senior brother. I thought my junior apprentice could speak in a month and read and recognize characters in 3 months. It's already quite remarkable. Unexpectedly, even more demons are still behind. Fortunately, Master is not on the mountain at the moment. If my master were in his old family, I would probably wish to pass on all his lifelong skills to my younger martial brother in one fell swoop. In the future, I'm afraid the position of the leader of the Xiaoyao Sect will also be reserved for junior brother. Wu Yazi said, Junior apprentice, you are so talented that you are shocking to the world. If he becomes the leader of the next generation of the Xiaoyao Sect, he may be able to further promote the Xiaoyao Sect. About half an hour has passed. The gathering of wind and clouds in the sky gradually subsided. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth around Li Taixuan's body gradually dissipated. At this moment, I saw Li Taixuan open his eyes. There were 2 flashes of brilliance in his eyes. At this point, Wu Xingyun jumped up and flew over, landing in front of Li Taixuan. Junior brother. How do you feel? Li Taixuan stood up, his skin was very fair and tender, and he looked very beautiful. His big eyes rolled black, and he looked like a white porcelain doll, very cute. Li Taixuan was raised by Wu Xingyun, who usually pays more attention to his daily life. So, at this moment, he saw Wu Xingyun's face, both surprised and happy, with a hint of worry. He gave a faint smile to Wu Xingyun. Senior sister, don't worry. I'm fine. Unprecedented. Upon hearing this, Wu Xingyun immediately nodded. Okay. That's good. Junior brother. You cross 6 realms in a day. Always step to the limits of heaven and humanity. Just 1 step away, you'll be able to reach the land god wonderland. This is a great joy. You're entering the realm so quickly, there shouldn't be any problem, right? At this point, I saw Wu Yazi and Li Qiushui walking over from there. Li Qiushui smiled and said, Senior sister. You must be too petty. Master had already said before he left, little junior brother is a heavenly and human spirit. It cannot be compared to ordinary people. Junior brother's strength is beyond the imagination of ordinary people. Not to mention crossing 6 realms in a day, reaching the limits of heaven and humanity. It's the little junior brother who set foot on the land today as a fairy. The highest level of martial arts is to conquer the Ding. There won't be any problems either. 800 years ago, Peng Zhu set foot on a land immortal one day. 500 years ago, Liu Zhu's entry into the land sword immortal realm on one day was truly shocking and shocking. Wu Yazi also said with a negative hand, yes. Since ancient times, there have been many extraordinary people. Like the younger martial brother, he has a mysterious physique at birth. A person who has been different from ordinary people since childhood, and is even more remarkable. Such a character cannot be seen with ordinary eyes. Wu Xingyun heard these words from the 2 of them. A hint of anger flashed on his face. She gave Li Qiushui a disdainful glance. Then, he said to Li Taixuan beside him, Junior brother. You cultivate so quickly. Except for the support of heaven and human body spirit. Is there any other magic? Your current level is much higher than that of senior sister. Li Taixuan smiled and said, Senior sister. I remember you practiced the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies only self-respecting skill, right? Wu Xingyun nodded. That's right. Exactly so. Li Taixuan said, I have read this 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies only I respect the martial arts in the listening to Xian Pavilion. Although the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies soul self-respecting skill has great power, it has an inconvenient aspect, which is that every 30 years, one needs to return to old age and rejuvenate. After returning to his childhood, his martial arts skills return to their original form. To restore his skills, he needs to practice every day, which lasts for 1 year. In addition, he must drink and generate blood at noon before he can practice. Moreover, the main attacker of this skill is the Xiaoyang 3 Jiao Classic. When practicing, one must drink fresh blood, otherwise they cannot practice, which is not in line with the purpose of my Xiaoyao Sect. This skill belongs to the highest yang and is not suitable for women to cultivate. I know that senior sister, you are proud and talented. You have turned the cultivation of the highest yang skill into the highest yin skill. However, if one continues to cultivate like this, there will inevitably be hidden dangers. Wu Xingyun heard these words. His face was full of surprises. Junior brother. It seems that you have truly read through the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies, only I respect the martial arts. Li Qiushui beside him smiled and said, Senior sister. No matter how powerful your cultivation is, it is not as good as my junior brother's Beiming divine art. Senior sister, if you go against the trend, there will always be problems. Wu Xingyun let out a cold snort. What's your concern? You don't have to worry. P.S. 4 flowers, for evaluation tickets, for all data. New book upload, seeking support. Chapter 4. Wuxing Cloud Breaks Through the Realm. The small world is boundless and boundless. You are listening at novel full.audio. Li Qiushui pouted and said, if a dog bites LV Dongbin, it doesn't recognize good people. Wu Xingyun immediately looked at Li Qiushui with a hint of coldness in his eyes. At this point, no cliff comes out to smooth the situation. Junior apprentice, since you have seen the drawbacks of the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies only respect me. Do you have a solution? Li Taixuan smiled. Wait a moment. The next moment, Li Taixuan's eyes closed. In my mind, I carefully recalled the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies. One self-only merit that he had read while listening to the Xuan'er. Wu Xingyun, Wu Yazi, and Li Qiushui saw Li Taixuan's appearance. All of them are full of doubts. However, they didn't make a sound either. After a few breaths, I saw Li Taixuan open his eyes again. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have read through the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies only one self-sovereign skill, and understood the principle that solitary yang does not arise, and the highest yang makes it easy to become strong. You have created the heaven and earth only one self-sovereign skill. Wow! The next moment, Li Taixuan said, Senior sister. You come over with your ears closed. Wu Xingyun does not doubt that there is him. She still trusts Li Taixuan very much. She bent down and whispered to Li Taixuan's side. Li Taixuan whispered in Wu Xingyun's ear. After a while, Wu Xingyun's face was full of shock and he couldn't help but nod. After about half a pillar of incense, Wu Xingyun stood up. She had a rosy face and said happily, That's amazing. That's really amazing. Junior brother. You really don't know how your head grows. How could there be so many imaginative ideas? After your modification, this 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies only I respect the martial arts not only has its power greatly increased. The most important thing is that there are no drawbacks. When I practice, I no longer need to drink blood. At this moment, Li Taixuan laughed and said, "Senior sister. The solitary yin does not grow, and the solitary yang does not grow. Yin and yang complement each other, originally a unity. I dare predict that after my modification of the 8 wildernesses and 6 harmonies, only I respect the martial arts, with the insight of the senior sister, in a few more days, I will definitely step into the realm of celestial phenomena." Wu Xingyan said, "There's no need for some more time. I have already realized something in my heart. Stepping on the celestial phenomena, it's today." The next moment, I saw Wu Xingyan flying towards the large stone on the side. Sit cross-legged directly. One hand pointing to the sky, one finger pointing to the ground. It hasn't been long. There was a lot of white air coming out of her mouth. The white air wrapped around her head, lingering and gradually becoming thicker, becoming a white mist. She covered her entire face completely. Next up, I could only hear her bones rumbling all over, like bursting beans. Wow! The next moment, I saw a powerful aura burst out from Wu Xingyan's body, rushing towards all directions. In the sky that day, the wind and clouds were also constantly changing. Astronomy. Senior sister has set foot in the celestial realm. At this moment, a sense of shock suddenly rose on Wu Yazi's face not far away. Except for the absence of cliffs, Li Qiushui's face was also full of surprises. This. How could it be? She actually broke through. From the mysterious to the celestial phenomena. In just a little while. The next moment, I only heard a long howl from Wu Xingyan, screaming through the sky. Dispel all the storms and clouds in the sky that day. Ha 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 ha, junior brother. I have set foot in the celestial realm. Wu Xingyan is full of energy, with a somewhat domineering and leaking appearance. Seeing the situation like Wu Xingyan, Li Qiushui couldn't help it anymore. She and her senior sister Wu Xingyan secretly had a grudge in order to grab Wu Ya. Now, watching the senior sister Wu Xingyan step into the celestial realm. And she still refers to the mystical realm. How could she tolerate this? So, she immediately asked Li Taixuan, "Junior brother. Have you ever heard Xuan'er read Little Wuxian Gong? May I also participate in research and development, senior sister? Let's see if it's possible for me to have some luck, senior sister." Li Taixuan smiled. Li Qiushui's competitive nature is really not weak. Third senior sister, please wait. The next moment, I saw Li Taixuan close his eyes again. In my mind, I carefully recall the Little Wuxian Gong I watched while listening to Xuan'er. Listen to the Xian Pavilion. There are all the highest martial arts classics of the Xiaoyao Sect. Li Taixuan gained the favor of his master Xiaoyaozi. Being able to enter the listening Xian Pavilion and read a wide range of books. The vast Tingxian Pavilion. There are many books in it, and Li Taixuan spent more than 2 years reading, only to read less than 1/3. However, he has basically read the advanced martial arts masterpieces of the Xiaoyao Sect. As long as he has seen it, he can remember it in his mind. Now, think carefully. In an instant, the various mysteries about Xiao Wuxian Gong have already flooded into his heart. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have read through the book Little Wuxian Gong and realized the truth of being quiet and inactive, wandering in the void, invisible and traceless. As a result, you have created Little Tiandi Wuji Wuxian Gong. Wow! Li Taixuan opened his eyes. His eyes seemed to be filled with a radiance of wisdom. Li Qiushui looked expectant. Junior brother. How about it? Li Taixuan smiled and said, "Third senior sister, come over and listen." Li Qiushui immediately passed by in ear. Li Taixuan passed on his realization of the little heaven and earth Wuji Wuxian Gong to Li Qiushui. After listening, Li Qiushui. Exquisite exclamation. Okay. That's really great. Junior brother. You are indeed a genius among geniuses. Among the entire Xiaoyao sect, your talent is the highest. Even senior brother Wuyazi is 108,000 miles away from you. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data, uploading new books, seeking support. Chapter 5. Refining the martial art spirit, supreme body, no. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Wuyazi heard these words and smiled bitterly on the side. Li Qiushui received an enhanced version of Xiao Wuxian Gong and couldn't wait any longer. She immediately said to Wuyazi, senior brother. I'm going to practice. After I break through, I'll come find you again. Wow. Li Qiushui immediately flew and swept away, flying towards the distant cliff. Upon seeing this, Wuyazi's face was filled with a sense of helplessness. When Wu Xingyun saw the situation, he let out a cold snort. Wu Xingyun has just set foot in the celestial realm. The breath is still unstable. She saw that Li Qiushui had already taken the time to cultivate. Immediately, he said to Li Taixuan and Wuyazi, junior brothers. I just broke through and my breath is unstable. Take a step first. Shua. I saw Wu Xingyun disappear in an instant. Only Wuyazi and Li Taixuan remained. Wuyazi said to Li Taixuan, junior brother. Your skills are truly unparalleled in the world. Xiaoyao Sect, it's really fortunate to have you. Alright. You just broke through. Brother, I won't disturb you anymore. Upon hearing this, Li Taixuan stopped Wuyazi. Second senior brother. Wait. Wuyazi looked at Li Taixuan with some confusion. Junior brother, do you have anything else to do? Li Taixuan smiled and said, second senior brother. I do have some questions and would like to ask second senior brother for advice. Wuyazi smiled and said, if you have anything, just ask. What's asking for advice and not asking for advice? You and my senior brothers are all part of the same family. Li Taixuan said, actually, it's nothing. I mainly want to ask second senior brother, can you know if there is an immortal in this world? No Cliff, just listen. I was momentarily stunned. Immortality. Junior brother, how could you think of asking this? Li Taixuan said, second senior brother. You are practicing Beiming divine skill, right? Wuyazi nodded. That's right. Li Taixuan spoke confidently. The Beiming true qi cultivated by the Beiming divine skill is a mixture of all things, fused and interconnected, seamlessly integrated, with no quality or extreme, which is almost chaotic. The internal power of no substance, no form and all qualities, all forms, combined with the unique Wuxiang skill of the Xiaoyao Sect, can inspire martial arts throughout the world. Whether it's hardness, softness, water and fire, or cold and hot yin and yang, unless the nature of the martial arts is too extreme, there won't be any disharmony. Compared to the Wuxian Gong of different sizes, the Beiming divine skill is the essence. Ordinary people start practicing martial arts from the lower elixir field, where they absorb refined qi and transform it into internal qi. This is also the cultivation method of postnatal masters. After reaching the innate state, the internal qi transforms into innate true qi, which can passively refine the energy between heaven and earth for personal use. At this time, the meridians are also trained to be incredibly broad and resilient under the action of innate true qi. At this time, the energy of heaven and earth is stored in the Tanzhong acupoint, as for the Shengdanshan. However, the Beiming divine arts take the Tanzhong acupoint as the center, first absorbing other people's internal qi and life energy as the heaven and earth elemental energy, and then refining it to nourish one's own life essence. What would be the scene if the Beiming divine skill was changed from absorbing others' internal energy to absorbing the spiritual energy of heaven and earth? The spiritual energy of heaven and earth is infinite. Can those who practice the northern underworld divine arts use this to condense the martial arts essence, refine the supreme body, and never die or be destroyed? Wow! This statement came out. Let Wu Yazi stand there straight away. Junior brother. Your words are truly shocking and shocking. You. How did you think of it? Li Taixuan said calmly, I naturally thought of it. Second senior brother. Didn't you think about immortality? Aren't our cultivators practicing to live longer? My Xiaoyao sect is established with the two characters Xiaoyao. What is Xiaoyao? Immortal, powerful and boundless, playing in the world, free and unrestrained in both vertical and horizontal directions, for the sake of freedom. So, I think there's no problem with that. This statement came out. Wu Yazi couldn't help but swallow a mouthful of water. Immortal, powerful and boundless, playing in the world. Vertical, horizontal freedom, unrestrained, is for carefree. Junior brother. Your words are truly a rock-shattering shock. Brother, I'm really not as good as you. I didn't expect that at a young age, you have already realized the true meaning of the word, carefree. No wonder Master allows you to freely enter and exit the Tingshan pavilion. At this moment, in Wu Yazi's eyes, there was a sense of shock. He looked at Li Taixuan with an indescribable admiration in his eyes. Second senior brother. You haven't answered my question yet. Li Taixuan was stunned and motionless when he saw Wu Yazi. Speak up and remind. Upon hearing these words, Wu Yazi immediately gave a bitter smile. Junior brother. You're making it difficult for me, senior brother, to answer this question. I don't know if there are immortals in this world. After all, the world is vast and there are too many strange people. Far away, let's say there used to be an ancestor named Chen Tuan in the Great Song Dynasty's martial arts world. It is said that his Great Dream Heart Sutra reached the highest level of cultivation, with one dream lasting for 800 years without dying. Besides, the LV Zhu from 500 years ago, who had both Dao and Jian skills, did not sit down, but disappeared. Perhaps he was still in the human world. According to his master, there are also millennia-old aristocratic families and clans passed down from ancient times in this world. Among these aristocratic families and clans, there are many powerful old monsters. As for the immortal, I have never heard of it. Perhaps there is, perhaps not. Who can say for sure? Upon hearing these words, a hint of helplessness flashed on Li Taixuan's face. Get it? This is the same as not asking. Junior brother, you are truly a person with great aspirations. At this moment, Wu Yazi suddenly said such a sentence. Li Taixuan said, in the past 2 years, I have read through 800 Taoist scriptures, understood the mysteries of heaven and earth, and better understood the insignificance of human beings. That's why I want to pursue eternal happiness. I also want to see the scene of vicissitudes of life in 100 or 1,000 years. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data, uploading new books, seeking support. Chapter 6. 9-Character True Word Technique. Longhu Mountain Heavenly Master's Mansion. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Upon hearing this, Wu Yazi couldn't help but sigh again. I just feel that my junior apprentice Li Taixuan is really a demon to the extreme. Although only 3 years old, it seems like a person who has lived for most of their life, very transparent. Perhaps this is the innate Tao heart. Junior brother. When you say that, I think of a place for my brother. Perhaps there is a character like what you said. Li Taixuan raised his eyebrows. Oh. Where is it? Wuyazi said, Liang Dynasty, Longhu Mountain Heavenly Master Mansion. Legend has it that the first-generation celestial master of Longhu Mountain has ascended to immortality and immortality. Longhu Mountain has stood firm after thousands of years of wind and rain. Because they are backed by the celestial master who ascended to immortality. Of course, I have never been to Longhu Mountain either. I don't know if this is true or false. Upon hearing this, Li Taixuan nodded slightly. Liang Dynasty. Longhu Mountain. Tianshan Mansion. I got it. Thank you very much, second senior brother. Upon hearing this, Wuyazi waved his hand and smiled. Alright, junior brother. If nothing happens. Brother, I'll go back first. At this point. Li Taixuan said, second senior brother. Just wait. Don't you want to ask me if I have any unique insights about Beiming divine arts? Wuyazi was startled. Junior brother, have you even read and understood Beiming divine arts? Beiming divine skill is the highest sect of my Xiaoyao Sect. Li Taixuan smiled. Second senior brother, come over with your ears closed. Wuyazi suppressed the fear in his heart. Ear attached. Li Taixuan passed on the chaos Beiming method he had learned to Wuyazi in his ear. After listening to this article, Chaos Beiming Method. Wuyazi was completely stunned. Wonderful. It's so ingenious. Junior brother. How on earth did your head grow? How could you come up with such a clever way? Beiming divine skill, after your modification, it will directly become an immortal technique. Li Taixuan smiled and said, second senior brother, you really have vision. Practice according to this method, using the true energy of the North Sea to condense the martial art's spiritual essence. The spiritual essence is detached, swallowing the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. The spiritual essence will not disappear, will not die, and will not be destroyed. Upon hearing this, Wuyazi was filled with shock and joy. Junior brother. I won't say anything more about being a brother. I'll go to seclusion first. After I leave the level, I will thank you well, junior brother. Wow. The words fell. Wuyazi has already hurriedly gone to seclusion. Watching Wuyazi leave. A faint smile appeared on Li Taixuan's face. Wuyazi is also good to him on weekdays. This chaotic Beiming method can be seen as a return for good. The next moment. He leapt up. Flying towards the Xian Pavilion. In the blink of an eye, 7 days have passed. This day. The sky is just right. On the ethereal peak of the Tianshan Mountains, although there are some clouds and mist swirling around. But the sun is in the sky. The sun is shining everywhere. It still gives people a feeling of being in a fairyland. Li Taixuan is practicing by the Sanxi pool. It's almost noon. A refreshing aura rose from Li Taixuan's dantian and poured into his whole body. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have studied the Taoist classic, Biopuzi, and understood the truth that the great Tao of heaven and earth lies in small details. You have created the 9-character true word technique. At this point. Suddenly. A strong black mist rises from the nearby Shaoqing River. The next moment. A white light suddenly flashed out of the small clear river. Rushing towards this side. Ha ha ha, the seal has finally broken. Zhao Huangchao, that old immortal. Damn it. However. I am still superior in my skills. Ha ha ha, from then on, the world is vast. Let me gallop. I have been practicing for 500 years, as long as I become a divine beast of a country. Use the energy of a country to enhance oneself, and cultivate for another 500 years. I will inevitably become a fairy and a god, immortal. Enjoy the wealth and prosperity of this world forever. Ha ha ha, I saw that black smoke dancing in the nearby Little Qinghe River. The white light suddenly changed. Galloping towards us. Like a dream, like a fantasy. After a moment. Li Taixuan raised his eyebrows. He saw a lot more clearly. That seems to be a white fox. Wow. At this point, I saw that the white fox was so immortal that it charged straight towards Li Taixuan. Hee. What a skin bag. Let me borrow it for you. Wow. I saw that the seemingly unreal white fox had already arrived in front of Li Taixuan in an instant. At this moment, in Li Taixuan's eyes, suddenly, two divine lights flew out. I saw Li Taixuan reciting in his mouth. Lin. Soldier. Do. Those. All. Column. Formation. On. Front. Wow. As these 9 words of truth are spoken, that seemingly unreal white fox, in an instant, exclaimed in surprise as if it had seen a ghost. What kind of person are you? Surprisingly, there is this technique. Damn it. The next moment, I saw Li Taixuan raise his eyebrows. A straight face. I will not change my name, sit down, or change my surname. Xiaoyao Sect Li Taixuan. Wow. The white fox listened. Another scream. Li Taixuan. What is your relationship with that old guy Zhao Huangqiao? How can you be even more perverted than that old guy Zhao Huangqiao? That old guy likes to pretend to be tender. How come you look even more tender than him? Destroyed. It's really ruined. Wow. The next moment, the white fox suddenly turned into a remnant. Just planning to escape. The demon fox's path is not shallow. However, how can I make you easily leave? Wow. The next moment, I saw Li Taixuan flying up. Just raise your fist and charge towards the white fox. Li Taixuan's speed is incredibly fast. The strength of this punch. It's simply shocking. Boom. The next moment, the white fox was directly hit to the waist with a powerful fist. The white fox let out a scream. Oh my. It hurts so much. Bang. The white fox fell from mid-air. Li Taixuan flew down. Sitting on the white fox with one buttocks. The white fox let out a strange cry. Senior. Senior. I give up. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data, uploading new books, seeking support. Chapter 7. Collecting the White Fox and Creating the Tongtian Divine Fist. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. I give up. Don't kill me. Upon hearing this, Li Taixuan said lightly, let's talk about it. Why did you appear in the Tianshan Mountains? Wow. The white fox immediately poured out everything he knew, like pouring beans out of a bamboo tube. Senior, thank you. I was originally a spiritual fox practicing in Longhu Mountain. A year ago, he was brought here by Zhao Huangqiao and sealed. I've been grinding the seal day and night for a while, and finally today, I've broken the seal and escaped from heaven. Li Taixuan raised his eyebrows. Zhao Huangqiao. Is it the heavenly master of Longhu Mountain? The white fox immediately nodded like pounding garlic. That's right. That's right. He is the heavenly master of Longhu Mountain. He is still the ancestor of the Zhao family in the Liang dynasty. This person has a great plan. The Tianshan Mountains have a long and continuous air circulation, even though they gather 1,800 miles away from Longhu Mountain. However, within the Tianshan Mountains, there is the largest dragon vein of the Song dynasty. Zhao Huangqiao has nurtured a wicked dragon in the Tianshan Mountains. I want to exchange the evil dragon for the Tianshan dragon vein, and use it as a means to seize the qi of the Great Song dynasty. So that the Great Song dynasty may decline, and the Liang dynasty may erode the territory of the Great Song dynasty. Li Taixuan raised his eyebrows. The Liang dynasty is adjacent to the Song dynasty, which is separated by a Tianshan Mountains. That makes sense. Why did he still seal you here? Bai Hu said, Senior, I don't know. I have been practicing for a long time and have a lot of spiritual energy, which can help boost the luck of a country. Zhao Huangqiao has sealed me here, just to use me as the spirit and consolidate the national fortune for the Liang dynasty after the evil dragon takes over the dragon veins of the Tianshan Mountains. Li Taixuan didn't fully believe what White Fox said, he just nodded when he heard it. From now on, you will stay at the ethereal peak for cultivation. If there is a double heart, killing without mercy. White Fox was shocked again by Li Taixuan's words. Hurriedly replied, Don't worry, Senior. Even if you give me 10 more courage, I dare not have any ulterior motives. Li Taixuan said, Do you have a name? The White Fox is very clever. Please give me a name, Senior. Li Taixuan said, I see that your whole body is snow-white and you have a lot of spiritual energy. Let's call you Beiming. Time flies by so fast. In the blink of an eye. Another year has passed. During this year, Li Taixuan's cultivation speed is really not slow. It can even be said to be very fast. After all, he has a natural body and soul, as well as a rebellious understanding. No matter what you learn quickly. At this moment, listen to the Xian Pavilion. Li Taixuan flipped through a volume of Geographical Records of Zhozhou, which recorded some information about Zhozhou. This world is not just as simple as the world of martial arts. There are also monsters like the White Fox and White Spirit. Moreover, there is also the Longhu Mountain Heavenly Master Mansion. According to Beiming, that Zhao Huangqiao has considerable abilities. Zhao Huangqiao himself is already a terrible old man who has lived for over 100 years, but he can still become a child of 7 or 8 years old. Anyway, be careful and make no major mistakes. The water in this world is very deep. In addition to martial arts experts, there are also incredibly powerful monsters. Before I become an immortal, I cannot easily go down the mountain. On the mountain, it's still so dangerous. Occasionally, there are monsters attacking. What a danger should the world at the foot of the mountain be. Today, if it weren't for my 9-character true word technique, I would have practiced quite well. I'm afraid this White Fox will take over my body. Still not strong enough. According to the realm of martial arts, I am now at the limit of heaven and humanity. In just one step, I will reach the peak of martial arts, the land god immortal realm. However, according to the cultivation realm, I can at most be considered as a qi cultivation realm now, and it has not yet been fully achieved. According to the hierarchy I have summarized from the wordless Taoist scriptures and many other classics, the realm of cultivating immortals should be in the order of cultivating qi, building foundations, forming elixirs, forming elemental infants, and crossing tribulations to become immortals. I'm just starting now, I still need to work hard. A resolute expression appeared on Li Taixuan's face. Immediately, he put down the classics in his hand. Leap out in one leap. Arrived at the big stone by the side of Sanxi Pool. He closed his eyes. Start carefully savoring some of the martial arts and Taoist scriptures you have seen today. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have reviewed the 100 schools of fist, the 5 elements technique, and understood the true meaning of Quan Tong by Tao. You have created the Tongtian divine fist. Fist techniques. That's quite interesting. Practicing 1 or 2 can also be used for self-defense. Between Li Taixuan's eyebrows and eyes, a divine light flickered. Continue to close your eyes and start practicing. In his mind, he was constantly practicing and deducing the heavenly fist. The so-called Tongtian divine fist does not have overly complex techniques. There are only 12 styles in total. But between each form, there is a powerful power. Li Taixian is only 4 years old now. Suddenly, he stood up and punched. He waved his fists and feet with every move, and surprisingly had a tiger-like effect. Practice to the point of pleasure. It gave Li Taixian a strong and spirited feeling. Enjoy yourself. It's really enjoyable. Tongtian Divine Fist. Indeed, it lives up to its name. As long as I practice this fist to the extreme, then my self-protection power will be stronger. Li Taixian was obsessed with practicing. I just feel like within my limbs, a stream of air is constantly spinning around. His body seemed to be filled with strength. This power is constantly condensing within him. At this point, I saw Li Taixuan's body as the center. The spiritual energy of the surrounding heaven and earth. Unexpectedly, he kept condensing towards his body. At this moment, Li Taixian seems to have entered an ethereal state. He's still punching. Between opening and closing, fist intent surges into the sky. The thick spiritual energy danced non-stop with his body, continuously being sucked in by his body. At this point, in the Tianshan Mountains, many monsters in the mountains and fields have discovered the strange and fluctuating spiritual energy between heaven and earth. One by one, they became restless and restless. Roar. Ow, a roar of beasts. A series of howls. From various parts of the Tianshan Mountains. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data, uploading new books, seeking support. Chapter 8. Refining the 9 heavens of condensed Tao fruit. Evil dragon appears. You are listening at novel full.audio. At this point, in another peak of the Tianshan Mountains, an old man wearing a purple robe is fishing in a small stream in the mountains. He has pure white hair and a wise expression in his eyebrows and eyes. He is Zhao Huangqiao. He comes from the Zhao family of the Liang dynasty and was a former heavenly master of the Longhu Mountain Heavenly Master Mansion. His cultivation can be said to be profound. At this moment, he also felt something unusual in the Tianshan Mountains. The breath between heaven and earth surges abnormally. For a master like him who has already set foot in the realm of heaven and humanity, he is very sensitive. Strange. Something seems to be going wrong in the mountains. How could those wild beasts in the mountains suddenly roar incessantly? It's really strange. Ha! It seems that the vitality between heaven and earth is restless. The evil dragon in Shaoqing River seems to have also shown signs of awakening. How could this be? Wow! At this moment, I saw a brilliant and unparalleled beam of light rushing straight towards the Shaohan. Amazing! Almost illuminating the entire Tianshan Mountains for hundreds of miles. Zhao Huangqiao raised his eyebrows and eyes. What a powerful aura! This breath. So strong. Surprisingly, there is the power of heaven and man. No way. I need to go take a look. If that evil dragon is awakened by this spiritual energy, it is very likely to affect my plan. Wow! The next moment, I saw the old Taoist Zhao Huangqiao suddenly rise up. Disappeared in place. The ethereal peak. At this moment, the disciples of the 9 heavens and 9 departments in the Lingjiu palace have also walked out one after another. A strange phenomenon suddenly appeared between heaven and earth. Breath riot. Let them all feel something unusual. At this moment, they all saw the changes in the sky. Good guy. What a sight is that? What a sturdy gas column. Isn't it that some monster in the mountains has made a breakthrough again? Or rather, a certain senior uncle in the view has made a new breakthrough. Yeah. That scene is really quite frightening. At this moment, in the Lingjiu palace, there was an uproar. In the Shaoqing River, not far from Sanxi Pool, a dragon-shaped phantom suddenly rose from the small clear river. In mid-air, spread your teeth and dance your claws. Expose your fangs. Its eyes sparkle with brilliance. Looking towards Li Taixian, who was practicing by the Three Creeks pond. What a powerful aura. This child. How impressive. It seems that he is not very old, yet he has such expertise. I don't know where the monster came from. His physique looks so seductive. If I could swallow him in one gulp, it should be a big help to me. Unfortunately, my strength has been partially sealed, and this person has a strong aura. If I take action now, I'm afraid I'm not really his opponent. Unfortunately. What a pity. Don't swallow it now. Going forward, I wonder if there's still a chance. By the bank of Sanxi Pool, on Li Taixuan's body, endless spiritual energy envelopes him. Soaring into the sky, swaying and rising. The abundance of spiritual energy. It's simply unimaginable. And within Li Taixuan's body, an unpredictable change is happening. Thousands of air currents, transforming into an incredibly complete, brilliant, and solid Tao fruit. The 9th level of gas refining. Indeed, the Tao fruit has been condensed. After the 12 rounds of refining, the process of refining gas is a great success. Based on the fruit of the Tao, build the foundation of the Tao. Li Taixian started practicing the Qiankun Lingyin Gong at the age of 3. He, who is only 4 years old this year, has only practiced for 1 year. It solidified into a fruit. At this moment, Li Taixian has regained consciousness. But the endless spiritual energy of heaven and earth is still surging towards his body. His fruit has not yet fully condensed. Li Taixian didn't expect it. He just practiced the heavenly fist, which happened to trigger an opportunity for him to condense the Tao fruit. Moreover, such a great commotion and celestial changes were truly beyond his imagination. He's not anxious or impatient. Quietly absorbing all of this. It is less than 300 miles away from Tianshan Mountain. It is the imperial capital of the Liang dynasty. Taijing City. At this moment, the Liang dynasty is holding a triennial festival to worship the heavens. Liang, civil and military officials, various feudal lords, gather in Taijing. At this point, within the grand square of the imperial palace in Taijing City, civil and military officials are divided on both sides. Emperor Liang stood on a high platform, reciting the eulogy aloud. Below, there are many civil and military officials standing inside the large square, looking at the Emperor Liang on the high platform, whispering softly one by one. My destiny lies in my departure from the sun. My emperor has great courage, perseverance, and ambition. In the near future, I will definitely be able to annihilate the great Song dynasty from Liang. How could there be 2 Zhao royal dynasties in the world? Just as everyone was discussing it, I saw it in the sky that day. Suddenly, there was a sudden change in the situation. Endless black clouds, gathering from all directions, spread towards the sky over Taijing. At this point, in the big square, suddenly, a voice rose. The voice of discussion suddenly appeared. Oh my goodness! The celestial phenomena have changed. Black clouds dominate the city. This is a sign before the arrival of the heavenly punishment. Yeah. Over a decade ago, when the late emperor ascended the throne, sacrifice to heaven and pray for blessings. There has been such an ominous celestial phenomenon before. Today, surprisingly, this unknown celestial phenomenon has appeared again. Done. Done. It's a disaster. What a great calamity. Liang. It's over. At this moment. Standing on the high platform, reciting the sacrificial text, the old Emperor Liang looked at the vision in the sky that day. He also furrowed his brows tightly. Not far below. Zhang Julu, the head consort of the Liang dynasty, watched as the elephant underwent a great transformation that day. There was also a hint of worry in my eyes. A natural anomaly, may it be that there has been a change in Liang. At this point. Among the civil and military officials, a prince whispered, "Father, we strive for excellence and care for the people. Born with such a strange anomaly. Unfair. What an injustice. Just when everyone's mood has reached its lowest point. Suddenly. A weather column from the northeast direction rushed up to the sky in an instant. With lightning speed that cannot cover your ears. Dispel all the black clouds in the sky that day. Less than 10 breaths. The sky over Taijing City. There is no more half-darkness. P.S. For flowers, for evaluation tickets, for all data. New book upload, seeking support. Chapter 9. 3 Fists Killing Old Master. Inspiration Forging Technique. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the sky. Only that endless light remains. At this moment. In Taijing City. I don't know how many people cheered. It's dawn. It's dawn. Heaven bless Liang. At this moment. Shocking civil and military officials. How could it be? What the hell is going on here? The ominous omen has disappeared. That white light. Where exactly did it come from? Surprisingly, it can dispel the ominous omen of celestial descent. Is it? That fate is finally going to belong to me, Liang. Oh my goodness. Am I leaving Yang to become the co-ruler of the world? Hiss. How could this be possible? Your Majesty is right on the altar. White light comes from afar. Is there another person in heaven's destiny? That white light rises to the sky, the weather is extraordinary. It's truly amazing. Tianshan. Located northeast of the capital city. By the bank of Sanxi Pool. At this moment. On Li Taixuan's body, divine lights kept flashing. For Li Taixuan. The spiritual energy between heaven and earth. At this moment. It seems like they have all become a part of his body. As long as he raises his hand, there will be spiritual energy entering his body. Cultivation seems to have become the simplest thing. At this moment, he seems to have become the darling of heaven and earth. This situation lasted for about half an hour. When a complete Taoist fruit appeared in Li Taixuan's body. The restless spiritual energy between heaven and earth finally slowly dissipates. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You bathed in the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, and realized the subtle influence and changes of the spiritual energy on your body. Therefore, you created the soul drawing and body forging technique. At this point, I saw Li Taixuan by his side. The white fox and white spirit emerged from somewhere unknown. With a drunken expression on his face, he absorbed the spiritual energy around him. Don't forget to flatter Li Taixuan. Senior. You're really amazing. Zhao Huangchao, that old guy, doesn't even deserve to lift your shoes. You have a fairy-like appearance. Sanxi Pond is not far away. Someone has already appeared. That person is not someone else. It was Zhao Huangchao wearing a purple Taoist robe. At this moment, a hint of indifference appeared on Zhao Huangchao's face. He looked at Li Taixuan. A strange light flashed between my eyebrows and eyes. What a powerful boy. Could it be that this son has also practiced some kind of Taoist technique, which can bring him back to life. Otherwise, a child who is several years old. How could there be such authority? How could it unleash such a celestial power? This son actually possesses a flawless physique of heaven and humanity. The strong aura around him really makes people salivate. At this point, he suddenly saw the white fox next to Li Taixuan. He raised his eyebrows again. That's the white fox I sealed before Xiaoyaozi. How could it be by this boy's side? Could it be? This boy, you want to ruin my good deed. The next moment, a cold frost flashed through Zhao Huangchao's eyes. He has no second thoughts. Just wave your big sleeves. The river water in Shaoqing River rises in an instant. Transform into a water hose roll. Sweeping towards Li Taixuan over there. In this moment, Li Taixuan felt something unusual. He raised his eyebrows. Jump up with one leap. Blow out the heavenly fist directly. Boom. This punch just smashed that water tornado. Zhao Huangchao was taken aback at the sight of the situation. Good method. Dare to ask my friend. From where? Why do you want to harm the poor and do good things? Zhao Huangchao's voice remained calm. Appear and emerge. Li Taixuan's gaze fixed and he looked at the purple-clothed Taoist not far away. Are you? The old Taoist in purple said in a loud voice, I'm poor, Zhao Huangchao. Li Taixuan's heart moved and he looked at Zhao Huangchao calmly. You are Zhao Huangchao. At this point, the white fox by Lingjiu behind Li Taixuan let out a loud cry. Senior. Zhao Huangchao is not a good person. Senior, be extremely careful. Zhao Huangchao heard the words of White Fox and White Spirit. A hint of indifference flashed on his face. Animal. How dare you escape without permission? Taoist friend. This white fox is a spiritual creature that has been nurtured by the poor for many years. Please return it, Taoist friend. Li Taixuan has no good impression of this aggressive Zhao Huangchao. Just replied one sentence. If I don't repay it, what should you do? Zhao Huangchao let out a cold snort. Taoist friend. No wonder Zhao's subordinates are ruthless. Wow. The next moment, I saw Zhao Huangchao flying out. Go straight towards Li Taixuan. Zhao Huangchao is a martial arts master in the heavenly and human realm. At this moment, he had a murderous intent on his body. He regarded Li Taixuan as someone who wanted to harm his good deeds. He has been laying out in Tianshan for many years. Only for the purpose of nurturing evil dragons and stealing the veins of the Song Dynasty dragon. Seize the fortune of the Song Dynasty. Anyone who obstructs him will be killed by him. He made this move. In an instant. And it triggered the changes in the world. Li Taixuan let out a cold snort. Jump up. Give it a punch. Fist intent surging fast speed. Amazing. Boom. Go with a punch. The momentum of heaven and earth is within us. Zhao Huangchao was unexpectedly hit hard with this punch. Not waiting for Zhao Huangchao to dodge. Li Taixuan's another punch has arrived. Boom. Another punch. Zhao Huangchao was directly hammered out with a mouthful of old blood by Li Taixuan. Not waiting for him to react more. The third punch has arrived. Boom. Take this punch. Zhao Huangchao's internal organs were directly scattered by the explosion, and his whole body fell to the ground like cotton. No more interest. At this moment, the white fox by Lingjiu on the nearby stone, with a shocked expression on her face, murmured, how impressive. Zhao Huangchao is at least the ultimate strength of heaven and humanity for decades, only one step away from stepping on the land of immortals. Surprisingly, he was beaten to death by 3 punches from this guy. What kind of monster is this guy? The next moment, I saw Li Taixuan fall from the mid-air and beside Zhao Huangchao. Is this dead? I didn't expect this guy to fight so hard. I knew I would have taken it lightly. Li Taixuan muttered to himself. The first time in one's life to confront someone is a battle of life and death. After all, Zhao Huangchao just now really had a killing intent on him. So, he didn't hesitate at all. But to my surprise, Zhao Huangchao took 3 punches from him and just belched. Originally, Li Taixuan wanted to get more information from Zhao Huangchao. But there's no point now. At this moment, not far away, 3 figures came in succession. It's Wu Xingyun, Wu Yazi, and Li Qiushui. Wu Xingyun landed on the ground and exclaimed urgently, "Junior brother. What's going on? It seems like someone was fighting just now. Are you okay? P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data, uploading new books, seeking support." Chapter 10. The Shockwave of Senior Brothers and Sisters, Flying Cloud and Driving Wind Technique. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Li Taixuan gave a faint smile. I'm fine. Senior sister. It's him who's in trouble. Upon hearing Li Taixuan's words, the gaze of several people turned towards Zhao Huangchao lying on the ground. What is this? Wu Yazi frowned, looking at Li Taixuan with some confusion. Li Taixuan said, "This person is Zhao Huangchao, the heavenly master of the Dragon and Tiger Mountains." Upon hearing this, Wu Yazi was immediately taken aback. What? He is Zhao Huangchao. The ancestors of the Liang dynasty. The previous heavenly master of Longhu Mountain. Junior brother. Did you kill him? Li Taixuan nodded slightly. I didn't pay attention, I hit harder. This statement came out. Make all 3 of them quite speechless. Li Qiushui said, "Junior apprentice, I have to say. Your skills are really impressive. Zhao Huangchao, the former heavenly master of Longhu Mountain, is undoubtedly the pinnacle of heaven and humanity. Unexpectedly died in your hands." Wu Yazi also sighed and said, "Yes. Zhao Huangchao. The ultimate master of the Liang dynasty. Did you just die like this?" If the heavenly master's mansion on Longhu Mountain knew about this, it would definitely not give up easily. And this person is also the ancestor of the imperial family of the Liang dynasty, with a deep background. It's best not to spread this matter. Wu Xingyun said coldly on the side, as long as junior brother is fine. Zhao Huangchao, this old man, is simply seeking death. He dares to act wild on my ethereal peak. Junior brother, you killed well. If those old miscellaneous hairs in the heavenly master's mansion dare to trouble you. Senior sister, the first one to refuse. Li Taixuan heard senior sister's domineering and insinuating words. I just feel warm in my heart. This Zhao Huangchao has been staying in Tianshan for more than 1 or 2 days. He has conceived and raised a wicked dragon in my Tianshan Mountains. The power of this evil dragon is not small. Senior sister, you must command the disciples in the palace to be careful when traveling up and down the mountain. Wu Xingyun nodded and continued to praise Li Taixuan. Junior brother. You really have the ability. Surprisingly, it can cause such a mutation in the celestial phenomena. The aura on you just now is really powerful. What realm are you in now? Have you already set foot in the land God Wonderland? How old are you? It's already such a demon. You still want me to live, senior sister. What a comparison between people, it's so infuriating. At this point, I saw a strange light shining in the eyes of Wu Yazi on the side. He looked at Li Taixuan with a surprised expression on his face. With his realm and cultivation. You can naturally see it. At this moment, the little disciple is full of energy and spirit. It's simply shocking. It's much richer than him. Over the past year, he practiced the chaos Beiming method and entered the realm with lightning speed, already stepping into the heavenly elephant realm. But still not as good as my junior brother. If my junior apprentice has already broken through the land god immortal realm, that's even more impressive for him. There are only a few land immortals in the entire Kyushu region. Junior brother is only 4 years old. How shocking this is. I am still a heavenly being. There is still some distance from the land gods. Li Taixian did not reveal his true strength. After all, when a person is wandering in the rivers and lakes, how can they not be stabbed? It's not that he's guarding against his senior brothers and sisters, but rather he has a habit of hiding some strength, which is better. Wow! At this moment, the disciples of the 9 heavens and 9 tribes who followed Wu Xingyun were all greatly shocked. One by one, their faces looked incredulous. What? Little master, surprisingly, he is already in the realm of heaven and humanity. How could it be possible? Junior uncle, you're not joking, are you? No way. Do you look like little master is joking? Little martial uncle, how could you joke about such a thing? At this moment, several disciples were all extremely surprised. A 4-year-old celestial being kill the heavenly master of Longhu Mountain. No matter which one it is. This is completely shocking. At this point, I only heard Wu Xingyun give orders to the other disciples. Today's matter, keep your mouth shut. Don't deliberately spread it outside. To avoid many unnecessary disputes. Several disciples nodded at the words. A 4-year-old celestial being. That's quite impressive. The martial arts of the human world are divided into 7 major realms. Acquired, innate, referring to the mysterious, celestial phenomena, great celestial phenomena, celestial beings, and land immortals. Those who can reach the mystical realm are already quite impressive. The celestial realm is already beyond the reach of ordinary people. The vast celestial realm is even more invincible. The realm of heaven and humanity, where divine dragons see the head but not the tail. Land immortals are almost only achieved by outsiders who have been said to have practiced for hundreds of years in that blessed cave. The next moment, Li Taixian said, "Senior sister, please have someone clean up Zhao Huangqiao's body. I have some things to do, let's take a step first." I saw Li Taixian jump up. The elegance of that body technique. Several senior brothers and sisters were amazed by it. Little junior brother's body technique is so amazing. He's only 4 years old. Do you remember a few years ago, he was still a baby in swaddling clothes. Now, it has already taken on the posture of heaven and humanity. A 4-year-old celestial being. Rare in the world. From then on, my Xiaoyao Sect has gained another top-notch expert. Listen to the Xian Pavilion. Li Taixian sat there. White Fox and White Spirit have already returned to Tingxian Pavilion to wait. Li Taixian sat cross-legged, with a flash of spiritual light in his mind. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have practiced the technique of riding the wind with ease, based on which you have added the technique of divine wandering and movement. You have created the technique of soaring clouds and driving the wind. Amazing! Xiaoyao Yufeng is the highest likeness skill of the Xiaoyao Sect. After practicing, I realized the key and exquisite aspects, and now, based on this, I have created the technique of soaring the clouds and driving the wind. There is another divine skill beside me. I use the North Underworld Chaos technique to swallow the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, like a whale swallowing it, and my cultivation speed is extremely fast. I think I can build a foundation in a few years. P.S. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking all data, uploading new books, seeking support.